studio. We got members of the Black Pearl Band. We got Ruben. We got Paul. We got Alvin over here. What's up, guys?
How you doing?
So excited to have you guys in here. Finally, I know I've been telling Ruben, hey, we're gonna do it. And so I'm so glad. And Ruben and Linda and all the guys from the band, they're awesome. And I need to get out and see them again. So soon, actually, maybe today. I think I might get up to the park. So
yeah, because we start at 5.
Yeah, that's not a bad, not a bad thing.
5 to 6, and what we're trying to push is it's a family event,
right?
And that's what we really love about it, because I mean, you could take your kids, your grandkids, and they have free face painting, free jumpers, free rock wall. So they truly made it a family event, but then they still have the stuff for the adults.
Right,
They're still going to have the breweries, local breweries are going to be set up.
So.
Yeah, exactly. And then they're also going to have food trucks and stuff. So it is a great event.
Well, yeah, awesome. And Ruben's bringing the kids. He's bringing me. So I mean, I'm a kid.
All the guys.
You say he's bringing 9
kids. Bringing 9. Well, we're 10 now.
But
I got myself.
He's bringing 9 little kids a la máquina.
Bringing them over here. I count as a kid too, so don't worry. So we got about a minute or so, and we'll come back on. I had another interview actually earlier. They called in about this Libre Institute. Yeah. They're giving out backpacks tomorrow, so they're doing free backpacks. So they're nice.
Oh,
and they're doing it all across New Mexico. So I thought, good. And Matt told me about it, and I said, well, I think I can do it. I'm like, I hope so. And they called in, so.
Yeah, I heard that when I was coming in.
When it's a good thing like that, for sure, I love to do it. So, if it's for the kids, I do it.
Because our kids, I know this is kind of cliche, but our kids are the future.
No, they are. They really are.
You know what I mean? Really the more that we can help the kids in any way, the better off we're going to be.
Yep, I agree.
Because we're getting older. They're the ones that are taking care of us.
Somebody else will be taking care of us. That's why I want the kids to be good, right?
That's right.
Good. I got everything. Sometimes I have like 5 screens over here going at it. Or I'm in the other room. I have to go back and forward to the other room. Today I don't, so that's good. Oh yeah, I had to play that one. That's Borrachera, the Black Pearl Band here on the all-new Q102. And yes, we are the Duke City's super hit station of the 60s and 70s. During the week, of course, you can catch all those great hits like the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, Fleetwood Mac, plus many more. But Saturday, Sábados, that's time for New Mexico music. Little Tejano thrown in as well. Right here on 102.1 FM, 11:50 a.m. And we have a special time because we have guests in the studio. It's awesome. I know we actually can have live people in the studio again. And we have members of the Black Pearl Band, one of the best bands I could say here in New Mexico. Power band, a super great band, great variety band as well. So we got them here in the studio. They have a brand new album, and we'll be talking about it, and we'll be hearing more from it. So we want to go around and have everybody introduce themselves and just chat a little bit with you guys. We'll start with Ruben here.
Okay. Hi, I'm Ruben Barreras. I'm the leader of the band, Black Pearl, and I'm also the sax player.
Paul Marquez, alto, tenor, bari sax.
And I'm Al Suazo. I'm one of the 3 vocalists.
Actually, Al is the lead vocalist. He's a front man.
I like that. He says he's one of the 3. Hey, no. You gotta say you're the lead, right?
Right.
Even if you're not the lead, you gotta say you're lead.
Well, see, what's really important is having a good, strong front person that can relate with the people and bring the people in.
Totally, that is one of them, right? I wanted to ask, how long have you guys been a band now? It's been a little bit, right?
13 years.
Oh, is it 13 already? Wow, that's great. That's great.
Right.
Because I know I saw you guys when you first were starting out, I believe, and you guys went to San Antonio for the fanfare. That's been a little bit.
Yeah, we've had a lot of different changes in the band over the year. Like when the band first started, I actually was playing bass.
Okay.
And, we were trying to figure out what kind of band to be, and, we went to a lot of different stages, and then I was talking to my wife, and I said, I want to make it a horn-driven band. Mm-hmm. So I said, I'm going to switch over to sax, and we're bringing the horn section, and right now we just added another horn player. So now we're gonna have 2 trumpets, 2 saxes, and a trombone.
Nice. That's a power band right there. That is awesome. That's a great group there.
Yeah, and by doing that, it gives us the ability to just expand our music, because we are a true variety band. I mean, we play everything, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I think that's why we do get a lot of bookings, because we can give people a little bit of everything. If you play for certain people, there's certain people that like rancheras, but there's those people that like country, there's those people that like old school, there's those people that like top 40. So, we're able to give them a little bit of what they like.
And I think that's what's great about you guys, because you can switch from one thing to the next, and that's what people like. They don't always like to just jam to one thing, or sometimes you want to hear that country song, cry it out a little bit, dance it out a little bit, and other times you want to get that cumbia and go for it. So I think that's what you guys do the best.
Yeah, and me and Linda, my wife, who's the manager, we're so honored and proud of the guys that we have right now. We all work very well together. On the new CD that we just did, we did 2 original songs on there, and one of them is the Cumbia Black Pearl, and it's interesting because I should have named it, instead of Cumbia Black Pearl, I should have named it Cumbia Linda.
Yeah.
And the reason being, the whole story behind that is, whenever we're performing, like at a venue, if there's women that show up and they're by themselves, my wife will see them and she'll be, "Are you here with somebody?" And they'll be, "No, I'm by myself." So she'll invite them to the table, and then before you know it, she's like, "Let's go dance." And then they'll tell her, they'll tell her, "Well, you know what? We don't know how to dance." And Linda's like, "Okay, just come with us. Just I'll teach you." So that's the story behind it. But in creating the Cumbia Black Pearl was really interesting, because I wrote it and everything like that, and I presented it to all the guys, and it was the input from all the guys that composed it, and it was interesting because you don't realize how much goes into an original song, right. Because I have an idea, Paul has an idea, Alvin has an idea, and then everybody's there, and then it's like, guys are, no, let's do it this way. No, let's do it this way. Let's do it that way. Right. And, we're so honored that by the collaboration of all the guys, it was up for the New Mexico Music Awards for Best Latin Song and Best Composition Song, which is a credit to all the guys.
Yes. Well, that is great. That's awesome. I think we should hear it. I think the listeners like it here for sure. I get lots of requests, and I'm always dancing to Cumbia Black Pearl anyway. So let's do it. We'll hear it. We'll take a quick musical break, and we'll be back with the guys from the band here on Q102. Nice.
Feel free to chime in, guys.
Well, we're just letting you do your thing, telling your story with Linda and everything else. Yeah.
No, you're good. Do it good. Yeah, no, this was a good one. I mean, everything you guys put out has been really good. I mean, it's really professional. That's what I think is always what happens.
Well, like I was telling you, our first CD, we started out very, very well, but there was just too many hands in it.
Our CD.
And so on this
I don't
one,
listen to my own music. I never have.
I understand that.
We had a little
If
bit
it
more
comes
control.
out,
And we
maybe,
wanted it to
but
sound
usually I'll
a
change
certain
the
way.
tune. If it's on my
wanted it to be
phone,
very
I'll change the
professional.
song.
We wanted people
Yeah, I
to
don't
put it
listen
in
to my own
their
stuff.
I understand that.
vehicle or at home and say,
sometimes you could just
"Oh
get
my
in your
God,
vehicle.
I'm ready.
I hear wrong note.
Yes.
I missed this beat.
I know that about you. You're very
they're all good.
meticulous with everything you do. So sometimes it's a little painful.
And the great thing is, like,
For me, it's easy to just pull away and say,
Nice.
because
the actual
you know what I
CD
mean? Because
is
I
named
don't
Tell Me
play
I'm the One,
instruments.
Right.
But that's another
I'm not
original
in so
song.
deep
I wrote it
into
for
the
Linda,
notes. I
and
mean,
it's
I'll
me
hear
just
them,
telling
but for
him
me,
the
it's
first
kind of
time we met.
fleeting,
And
I'm like, ah, shit.
you know,
But I'm okay to
I
just
think it
gloss it
came
and
out
say,
really
the overall is pretty good.
This song came out good.
It's just one of those
It's
I
where
mean, this is probably the one that I've heard the most.
everybody
of.
working
Yeah.
together, and
Yeah.
But there's some on there that I haven't even heard.
and telling the guys.
That's all right.
And
Since
hardest
the
part
CD
of
came out.
the whole thing, we recorded it during COVID.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
we're in there with
Oh, yeah.
masks, only so many guys could go in
Right.
at a time.
Right.
And so it was like, okay, I need you two, I need
Yeah.
you three.
You gotta come back out.
Yeah.
Come back in, you can come back.
Right, and then, you know, they,
No, this was hard, you know?
they had to sterilize everything,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
Oh, yeah.
So it was really hard, you know. But like once it was completed, I think, I don't know, I speak for myself, but I'm very proud of it.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it. Yeah.
That's great.
It was a lot of work. I was gonna
It's a
say.
little different. I don't listen to it.
I was gonna
I've
say
never heard
we'd
it.
wipe down the microphones and say "Sana sana colita de rana." Please
Yeah.
God don't let me
Hey,
get
it's
some
work.
COVID.
I like it. I like
But
it.
I don't listen to my own stuff, so never have.
For sure.
Never have.
We got a lot of people tuning in. We got Francis, Galindo.
Oh.
Francis is a good
Hey,
buddy.
Francis!
Hey, Francis!
I,
What's
I, know
up, Francis?
I know she's out at all the time supporting. We got Cecilia and Garcia tuned in. We got
Hi,
we got
Cecilia.
Bill from Rose Alba and the crew. He's tuned in.
Oh yeah.
It looks like Bubba, Black Girl, you guys are the best. Love you. And then she tags Linda as well. I know your wife works so hard, you know, for the band, getting everything going. Not only you guys, but yeah, no, it's great. And we were enjoying some Cumbia Black Pearl, right? The Black Pearl band. And we got members of the band, and you heard a little behind the scenes about that one. That's on their latest album. It is entitled Tell Me I'm the One. Black Pearl Band, and they're bringing in their new album here. I think it's awesome. I love the picture too. Let us know where you got that photo done as well.
That was at Kevin's Photography, and the Mary is her name, and actually, believe it or not, it's individual pictures.
Oh, okay.
And she did such a fabulous job. Her and Linda actually worked together on the back part of it, and it just, yeah, I like it because I think it catches your eye as soon as you see it.
I
Well-
do too, and everyone looks all sharp there. Nice.
The hard part was because of COVID. You know, we were going into the photo, the studio, and we couldn't all be together. So obviously, they had to do it that way, so that they could catch us. And so each one, and then they went and photoshopped it all together
right.
because of COVID. So along the way, we were like, hey, it was for us. It was really cool to see it after the whole thing, because we're like, bro, I wasn't even standing next to you, but all of a sudden.
Hey, I don't remember that.
I'm just glad I was in the picture because I was at work that day, and by the time I got there, all these guys were
Yeah, he
leaving
was
from
going in.
So I'm glad I actually got in the shot.
That's great. That is great. And I was just checking out this awesome. Let's give a shout out to all the members of the band. And how many do you have now?
I have 10 now.
Nice, 10 guys in the band. That is awesome.
Yeah, I just added a trumpet player.
Right.
So now we have 2 trumpets, 2 saxes, and a trombone.
Wow, that is awesome. And I see, I look like it looks like you have Mr. Philip B as a guest musician as well
Mhm.
on the album. I know Philly's been doing it for a little bit there, so awesome. I wanted to talk to everybody kind of when you guys got started in the music. I know it's going down old home week is what they say, but let's go around and let's start with you, Al. Let's see when you started in the music biz.
Well, I've been bouncing around for, I want to say right around like 15, 16 years. And so I'll give the shout out. Years ago, man, this buddy from back home in Cuba, Mel Herrera, a good friend, we were just hanging out, whatever, sipping some suds, and we started messing around, and he got on the guitar. And so, I mean, he kind of really got me going, and then some other friends from back there. And one of them helped us out in Belen, Fabian Olivas. And then my buddy from back home, Jose Montoya, I joined their band way back in the day. And, we were playing a bunch of stuff up in the north and, kind of like, I want to say maybe like Española, Cuba, over into Santa Fe, just lots of stuff. And then after a while, we were here in Albuquerque, just playing all over town. But it was a variety band, 3-piece and then eventually 4-piece. But, I kind of came up and just got going with them. And then I moved over and we had another band. But then eventually, COVID shut everything down. And I actually met the guys one night when we came out to a benefit. And they, for for that night, they didn't have their regular singer, and our mutual friend, Karen Maxwell, said, hey, they don't have their singer. Maybe you go and help them out. I don't know. So I went over to Ruben and said, hey, bro, I said, I maybe could help you out. And he says, orale, like, what do you do? And so we looked at the list together, and I jumped on stage with him, and so we did a few songs, and I had tickets to go to a comedy show, and I was like, if I didn't have the tickets, I'd stay all night with you, bro. But so we started talking from there, and pretty soon, we decided that we were going to try it out, and it's history there, man. It's been a good ride, so far. And COVID really kept us just like we said in the studio and practicing, but that's kind of the story. And at this point, like, I've really gotten comfortable with the horns and just the size of the band, and the guys have always been just so helpful and coaching me along to this style of music. So I'm still learning, and I'm still I know that I'm gonna just continue to get better, but that's kind of where I'm at. It's been a good ride so far.
Nice. That sounds like a good ride. And if you're always learning still, that's really good. That's what I think you have to do. Go to Paul. Where's your musical journey started?
Yeah, well, and this year is 30 years that I've actually been playing music here in New Mexico professionally. So it's been quite a journey, and I'm very fortunate to say that in those 30 years, I've only ever been with 3 bands.
Hey, well, that's good.
So it is definitely longevity in the business. I got my start right out of high school. I wasn't even out of high school yet, and I joined up with a band called Reunido with Benny Lucero. So it was with them for a couple of years, and then I performed with Crossroads for a couple of decades. And then, just one day out looking through Craigslist, I see this post for somebody looking for a sax player, and I have to say probably the worst decision I ever made was giving Ruben a call, because he's worked me ever since. I went in as starting as just an alto sax player, and he found out I played Barry, I played tenor, and now I carry as much stuff as the drummer. But I've been very fortunate, I've been very blessed to be able to play music for 30 years in here. My wife Terry, who's back at home, been very supportive of my music, and definitely taking everything for us. So
no, that's awesome. And the bands you played with, hey, those are some top bands. Let me tell you, Crossroads definitely was a band to not mess with. So definitely, that's awesome. And Ruben, we got to get to you. Best for last, or what do we want to say?
Well, real quick, I started about 30 years ago, and I started actually with my dad's Christian band, Músico de Cristo.
Right, yes.
And my dad basically would play rancheras and just change the words to Christian words, and we would play it at all the church fiestas. And I remember being a kid, and I listened to recordings of me back then, and I told my dad, I go, Dad, why didn't you fire me? Because it was, and I was learning, but my dad's, my dad and mom have always been really supportive of me, in anything, and so, over the years it's been real nice. But I just want to add one more thing, like what Paul said. The reason I think Black Pearl is so successful is the support we have from our spouses.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Because our spouses are there with us all the time, and it's hard being a spouse of a musician, because, we're up on stage, and how sometimes when people drink, they get a little happy, and, women get a little happy and stuff like that. And but our wives are very supportive, and they're always on our corner, but they're straight up. They're straight up, like my wife, Linda. I mean, she'll come out straight up to me and say, babe, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. And so, yes, they're our biggest supporters, and they're also our biggest critic, but in a positive way.
But that's what you need. I think you kind of need that, right?
It keeps you balanced. It really does, because sometimes we think we could do things in our mind, and they're hearing it from their other end, and they're like, "Oh, please don't do that."
just don't do that.
So to put it another way, they're the ones that tell us, like, when we start to feel a little too cool. They're the ones that say, "You think you're all bad or what?"
You need that. Sometimes you need
They keep us grounded.
That's great. I hate to take a break because we're having a great time, but we're going to take a musical break, and then we got to pay the ads. So we got a few things coming up here at the station. We got some fun contests coming up. So we'll be letting everybody know about that. We'll be talking again to the Black Pearl Band members here. They're just great guys as well, so we will be talking to them in just a bit. We're going to hear a song from theirs, Cartas Marcadas. I think this is a good one as well here on Q102. Don't go anywhere else. Keep it here with the best mix of New Mexico music. Nice.
I tell you, no, you know, we are blessed, and you know, like I remember how the band first started, right?
Right.
I was playing with another band, and I was playing bass, and I was content.
Yeah,
I was
like,
really
good.
content. Well, the leader was not a musician, but he was a leader. And what would happen is we'd go gig on the weekend, and all of a sudden there would be a different keyboard player or somebody that we never even rehearsed with.
Yeah, that can be a little tough. Yeah.
You know, so what happened is we rehearsed, and all the guys, we got together afterwards, and all the guys were in agreement. We said, yeah, we understand it's his band, but if he could just please have whoever he's going to bring in on the weekend rehearse with us. So
Well,
we
it makes sense.
know.
Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense to me. So.
So of course, Ruben, can you please talk to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I call him on Wednesday, and I tell him, I won't mention his name, but I told him, you know, oh, great idea. That's a really good idea.
Yep.
So that was on Wednesday. On Friday, he calls me up and tells me, Ruben, my bass player just came back into town. I no longer need you.
Yep.
So they
Usually the way it works.
yeah. So they actually went to play in Socorro, and it got so bad that musicians basically unplugged and walked off stage.
Okay. Yeah, that's what you know. Yeah.
So the CD's actually dedicated to Delphine Aragon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Delphine was the sax player in the band, and he called me and he said, "Hey, Ruben, this is what happened last night. If you put a band together, we'll all go with you." And it was early in the morning, and Linda and I are just laying there, and I told her, "No, I don't want to do a band. I don't want to do a band. I just want to play."
Right.
And she goes, "Well, babe, you know what? Maybe try it. And I was like,
Give it a try. You're like, okay.
And so we ended up doing, you know, bringing the band in, and it's interesting because I told the guys, okay, bring 10 names that you would like to name the band.
Right.
Well, there was like 50 names. Nobody could agree.
Yeah.
My wife has Pearl drums in there, and my wife was in there with us, and she goes Pearl, and then somebody said Purple Pearl, and then Linda said Black Pearl,
Yeah.
and I go, that's it,
There we
Black
go.
Pearl,
There we
and I
go.
go, do you guys know what a Black Pearl is? Most of the guys didn't know what a Black Pearl was. I go, it's a very unique jam,
Right.
just like what we're gonna be. We're gonna be a very unique
Yeah, there we
band,
go.
and that's
There
where
we go.
the name
I like
came
it.
from.
I like it.
You know, and so it was really interesting, but it's one of those where, you know, being a leader of a band is a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Paul has been filling in for me since my surgery.
Right.
And
He's like, yeah.
No,
You can back.
I-
Always reminds me, you know, I always wanted to start my own band, and after this little experience, it always reminds me, like, now I know I haven't done it yet.
you know, because you have to. I mean, you have to do this. You have to do that. You have to do this. You have to meet with this person. You have to do that.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Oh,
and you know, it's like a 24/7 job because
It is.
people
It
are
really
always
is.
calling you, and then you know, we're God has truly blessed us that you know we get a lot of calls for performances and for events, for venues, and you know, scheduling them, sending out contracts, you know, getting money, paying the guys, you know, doing song lists, trying to figure out what we're going to learn and what direction we're going to go, you know, and the one thing I do listen to my guys a lot.
That's good.
You know,
That's good.
I listen to my guys, and then ultimately Linda has a final say.
She's the real boss.
Yeah,
She's
she's
the real boss.
She's the real boss, and she'll tell, you know, like we always tell the guys, as long as it's a dance song, and then so they'll bring in, I'll play it for Linda, and Linda will be like, babe, it's a great song if you're drinking at the bar, but it's not a dance, and that's what we pride ourselves
I
on,
like that.
is being a dance band.
Because that's what you want. I mean, I think that's what you want. You know,
Right.
If you go somewhere and you see a band, you want that. You want to be able to dance, want to have a good time, right?
Right, and so no, but the musicians that we have, the quality, and that we work together well. Like yesterday, we had a horn rehearsal just for the horn, so we could get our stuff together, because let me tell you, I've been wanting to do a song for a long time. It's Walk This Way by Run DMC, right?
Nice, yes.
And
yes.
I just, for some reason, I love that song.
Right.
And we've never had the musicians to do that. So I was about a week ago, I went to the guys and I said, because they started jamming and just in transition during practice, I walked in and I said, we're going to do it.
Nice.
So I talked to Alvin and Michael, because Michael sings our R&B.
Right.
And I said, do you think you guys could have it down? And it's kind of like a rap. You've heard the Run DMC version, right?
Yep.
And they go, yeah, we'll have it. So we rehearsed on Wednesday. I walked into the house and I told Linda, my God, they tore it up.
That's great.
They tore it up. I even told Alvin and Michael that they did a fantastic job on it.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
And wasn't it just the guys started, like the rhythm section were just messing with it?
Yeah, it was just having fun with it.
And just started going.
And you saw the opportunity, right? You said, well, let's try it.
Because, Linda and I, because of course Paul's running the band, and so Linda and I were outside just listening, and then they were just goofing around with it.
And they said, let's do it.
And I was like, that's the song I want to do.
We're having a great time here in the Q New Mexico studios, 102.1 FM, 1150 AM. We're talking to Mr. Ruben, Mr. Paul, Mr. Al from the Black Pearl Band, and we're just having so many great conversations. And you know what? I always almost forget. I gotta let everybody know, where can we find the new album? Where can we buy it? Where can we contact you guys as well?
Okay, if they like to purchase the CD, they can go to 524 Montano Road Northwest. It's our bridal shop.
Okay.
We own a bridal shop called Forever Yours Bridal and Formal Wear, and Linda has CDs for sale there.
Great.
They can contact us via our website.
Okay, great.
Or they can contact us during our performances.
Yeah, we always have them at the performances
Awesome.
for sale. So definitely if they want to come out and see us, and that's the best way to get it. Come out, check out some live music, enjoy a show, and take a CD home with you.
Yeah,
you have all the guys there. You can talk to the guys. It's definitely one of the best ways to get it.
And the greatest thing is I have to say, the guys don't whine or say, I have to sign another CD, because people really want CDs signed. So they'll ask, can I get your autograph? So I'll go to the guys. I'll tell them, we'll pull out the picture, and I'll and I sign it. I take it to the guys, and they're really cool. They're like, okay,
fun.
And then you give it back to the people, and they're just like, oh, thank you so much, and it means so much to us as well.
Right. To be honored that way.
Mm-hmm.
And talk about performances again. Out. Where's your next one? I know it's tonight, right?
Today. If we could have people come out to Summerfest, it's at North Domingo Park. I believe it's 7531 Carmel,
Yes.
Northeast. Basically, it's off of Paseo and Wyoming.
Right.
We start from 5 to 6, but they're going to have all kinds of great things for the family. It is a true family event. They're going to have free face painting. They're going to have jumpers, and they're going to have rock wall, all free to kids.
Oh, that's awesome.
But we can't forget the adults.
Right, you can't forget the adults. We're going to be there too, right?
Right, the adults. They're going to have breweries there, having like a beer court and stuff like that, and they're going to have food trucks. There are going to be 2 stages. There's going to be a total, I believe, of 6 bands.
6 bands, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So we're very honored to be chosen by the city of Albuquerque to be one of the bands for Summerfest.
No, that is awesome, and I'm so glad to see Summerfest coming back. I've been to that one at North Domingo Bucket Park a couple times, and it's just a beautiful park, super spacious. You definitely have room, and hey, if you get face paint out, go get a little Spider-Man. Get a little
There you go.
And then I don't know if they'll let me into that microbrew garden or whatever.
With a Spider-Man, I'm sure they will.
I'm not sure on that one. I do want to send a shout out to one of the bands as well, playing Reviva, a great group of guys, or a reggae Latin band. Chris Brennan as the lead singer. So we want to send a big shout out to Reviva. But we got Black Pearl here. They have their brand new album out. It's just great music. I know they've released a few singles, and I think you guys have done it the best way. You release a few singles, and then you have the full album out. I think that's what you want, because you don't want to give all the singles out. Then you're like, hey, why do I need the album? You know, this album looks great. It has 10 songs on it, guys. They're all hits from what you got here. Variety of music, once again. You got some country on here. You got some just excellent music. It looks like you got rancheras, cumbias, of course, for all the ranchera fanatics out there. I'm one of them as well. So just awesome, great music. So you're playing here today, and then when's your next gig as well? Do you have some more lined up?
Next weekend we'll be playing for a wedding, and then I believe we're off the following weekend, which it gives the guys time. Because sometimes you could get overwhelmed. If you, and then we'll be at the Downs on the 20th and 21st, I believe it is.
I think so.
Okay, good.
We'll be at the Downs Casino. So and then in August 28th, I believe we'll be at Hobbs.
Oh, that's
We're
right.
playing for Hobbs August night.
Oh, nice.
And it was great because in talking to them, you know, they go, we looked at your Facebook page and we saw how you guys, how the music you play, and we're doing 50s, 60s, I'm sorry, a 60s, 70s, 80s kind of theme, and we're having Battle of the Bands, and we would love for you guys to be our headlining band.
Oh, nice.
And so I asked the coordinator, I go, well, you know, we're a variety band, and I go, but we could, what would you like to see us do?
What do you want?
And they go, we love your old school, we love your top 40, we love your oldies, so we're going to try to cater a little bit towards that, so make him happy.
It's great.
Yeah, and then Labor Day weekend, down south once again, southeastern New Mexico, we're going to be at the Lawrenceburg Tejano Fiesta.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to be an excellent thing to
yeah.
get our name down there, down south, and with all those great Tejano artists that are going to be coming in,
there's some top
and definitely work
there.
with them out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we're honored for that. And then we're not sure, but we were just contacted by the Blue Hole for that September 3rd, which would be the day before Lordsburg. But we're kind of we're not sure.
They're pulling you guys everywhere, every which way but loose. But so definitely you got to get out to Summerfest today, 5 o'clock. I think that's a great time to be jamming. You can get your food afterwards because you'll be dancing all during the show. So you're gonna work it off. So you're gonna have to go get some food. Great drinks, great food, fun stuff at Summerfest at North Domingo Bucca Park up there off of Paseo. So great time with the Black Pearl Band. And I think we're gonna hear another one off the album. I like this one, Por una mujer casada. I think that's a really good jam. It's number 4 on the album. A brand new CD. Remember, you can buy that from them at the show, or you can get online and check it out and see how you can find out more about the great band. So we're going to hear another song here. We'll be back with the guys in the band here on Q102.
Did I miss some?
No.
Well, we have a
but
couple
it's
of the
okay.
smaller gigs.
We do have the one in Old Town. We'll talk about that after. But Tony, he says, what time? He said, right now, bro.
We've already been here for 30 minutes.
See, we're getting pretty comfortable, bro.
Right now.
We're gonna break out the donuts on that.
Hey, that's the way to go, man. Let me tell you.
I'm not gonna lie. I almost got some, but I said that's the last thing we need is donuts right away. We'll be all sluggish later.
Yeah.
I'm glad you
Get
didn't.
you.
You know
Get
why?
you.
Me being a retired cop, the first thing people would have they would have been posting.
Of course, Ruben has a donut.
Yeah, of course Ruben has a donut.
Yeah, of course. We know.
That's true.
Because you know how our followers are. They're jokesters.
They'll give you some, they'll tease you
Pura
guys.
caria. Goddamn, bro.
Oh no, that's too funny.
Don't want to start that rumor, huh? Ruben makes us pay the entrance fee to be in the band of donuts.
Donut.
Oh, you'll be surprised. People always, they're like, is it true about cops and liking donuts? I go, no, we like bagels too.
We like bagels. We try to be healthy.
That's funny.
That's great. Anything else you guys want to talk about? For sure, we'll do it. Just whatever you guys want to talk about.
Should we introduce the band?
Oh yeah, I'll introduce the guys.
That'd be great.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Now here's a test if you can
Working
remember.
that way?
Yeah. If you can remember. Thank you guys for tuning in on live, Facebook Live here. I'll have this uploaded again so you guys can check it out. We appreciate the guys in the band for stopping by, a couple of the members of the band. Check them out tonight at 5, guys. Starting at 5 over there at North Domingo Baca Park. Guess what? There's no traffic to get there, so you can get there early and enjoy yourself. Grab some food beforehand or after, and support these local fun events.
Jose, what's Jose?
Chicas.
Chicas?
CHICAS. Martin?
What am I missing?
Martin?
I have Martin.
Oh,
right
okay.
here.
Put in Ruben to a test here.
You have yourself?
You?
You have yourself?
Yeah. Let's see. Because
You got Roger.
Oh, Roger.
Oh, Roger.
Roger.
Thank you.
Can't do it without a drummer.
You might need them.
El mero mero thumper loco.
Well, just like when you have that many guys, I have to
Oh, I know.
see. And Raphael's been with me the longest. He's been with me 5 years.
Nice. I thought so.
Yeah.
And you've been 3 years?
Yeah, it's been 3 years now.
Oh yeah, that was some of the latest from the Black Pearl Band right here on the all new Q102. That's off their brand new album. Tell Me I'm the One. And
He was there
this
before me,
album
so
is
it's
great
neat.
because it does have original music, has your favorites, it has your hits. So it's just awesome. We are giving Ruben a test here. He's giving a hello to all the members of the band. He's over here diligently writing down. If you're on the Facebook Live, you're seeing him. He's getting his notes down. And he's like back in school over here.
I tell you. Well, when you have a band the
Yes.
size that we
Yes.
do, the 10 guys, I just didn't want to miss anybody. But I'd like to thank, of course, Al Suazo, Paul Marquez, Tony Chavez. You know what? Let me tell you what they do. So I would say Al Suazo is our lead singer. Paul Marquez is our sax player. He plays tenor, alto, baritone.
Nice.
Tony Chavez is our trumpet player. Rafael Nunes is our guitar player and vocalist. Rafael actually is my musician that's been with me the longest. He's been with me for 5 years. We have Nate Ashball, that's our trombone player. Our newest member, Jose Chicas, is our trumpet player.
Oh, nice. Very good.
Martin Valdez, we call him the master of the bass because that man
Amazing bass
is
player.
amazing.
Nice.
Once again, Martin Valdez. Michael Rascon,
Mhm.
we brought back Michael Rascon,
That's great.
and he is an amazing vocalist when it comes to R&B and funk. I mean that, and the energy that he brings. I just want to tell you, of course, you know I couldn't play with the guys because of my surgery and
Right.
stuff like that. But we go to support the guys, and they were at Sandia, and my God, the energy that he had, I mean, it just went out to all the guys because
That's awesome.
I mean, when I saw the guys up there, I mean, they were just jumping and having a great time, and the crowd was really drawn in by it. And so that's one thing that Michael does bring, because he's our youngest musician, is the youth. You know, he brings the youth. He's a good-looking kid. You know, so, and he has that higher energy. So he basically brings that to the table, and it feeds off to all the musicians. And then our drummer is Roger Seiss.
Roger, nice.
And then, of course, I'm Ruben Barreras. I'm the sax player, and
But let me add also, so Ruben does a lot, as far as, kind of just speaking to people and kind of setting up. He'll do a lot of emceeing, but on one occasion, we needed him to switch over and play bass, and so he did that and did a great job at it. And the other thing is that a lot of the guys, will just on different songs and stuff. So I know Tony and Nate and also Jose has bounced over, played keys, and they're playing guitar. And so, I mean, from my standpoint, honestly, I'm in heaven with this caliber and bunch of musicians that are so multi-talented. They just bounce all over and do so much. But so Ruben was kind of, saying, yeah, just, play sax. But the other thing that he and Linda do so well is just manage all of the things that go with managing a band, and they do it well. They run it very nicely as a business, and it kind of really takes any pressure off of all of us to where we just show up and do our job. And so,
in looking at all these musicians that we have here, I mean, all of us have a very diverse background. We all have different influences in our music. We all come from different places. Do we butt heads every once in a while? Yeah, of course. What band doesn't? Yeah. But when we all get together and we make that stuff happen, and you get to that moment where it's just there, it's magic as we're going through there. So, everyone coming together to make the music is truly what makes this band great. When we're on stage, we're feeding off each other, we're working there, we support each other. Not only on stage, we support each other off stage, with that. And it's really great just to see everyone come together and just be able to just make some fabulous music for the people.
That's what's awesome.
And I also do not want to forget one of the most important members of Black Pearl is my wife, Linda. Yes, because she's our manager. And believe it or not, when we go to perform, if Linda doesn't show up, I don't know how many people come up and say, "Where's Linda? Where's Linda? Where's Linda? Where's Linda? Is Linda going to be here tomorrow? Where's Linda? Where's Linda?" Right. Because she's such an integral part of the band, on the management side of it, and it makes a difference because she does. She goes around talking to everybody, welcoming everybody. Hi, how are you doing? If she sees something, she'll go up there and she'll be all like, come and sit with us. Come and sit with us. Let's enjoy ourselves.
I love that, and that's what's great about you guys as well as a band, because just everybody's welcoming. Everyone's welcoming. Everyone's a friendly face, so that's what helps. And I haven't heard one bad thing about the Black Pearl band. Everybody always says you guys are really one of the well-managed bands. You guys really know what you're doing. You're professional. That's what all other musicians are always talking about. So they really give you guys props.
Well, the one thing is, like, people always ask, well, how is Black Pearl so successful? I mean, we really only have a few little rules. No drinking before the performance or during our performance, because we're doing a job.
Right.
To wear what we ask, because we like to dress very professional, and to come to rehearsal, set up and tear down, and no drugs. And I believe that's what truly makes a band very professional is doing all that, because nobody, when people are spending money to have a band at a wedding or at any event, they want to ensure you're there for their party,
right?
And like I tell the guys, after the event is done or the performance, if you want to go over to the back in to and have your brewskis, more power to you.
Go ahead afterwards.
Go ahead. Like today. Today we're playing at Summerfest and we're from 5 to 6, but the event's still going to go on. And if my guys decide that they want to go and to one of the breweries and have a drink, well, we're done.
Right.
They're done. So, because in the past people would say, well, you're controlling, you just don't want us to drink. And I'm like, no, it's not that I'm telling you can't drink. I'm just telling you when you perform, you can't.
Well, that only makes sense. I think that only makes sense, and it keeps everybody good, it just keeps them good, because if you're not performing well, any other job, you can't do it. Any other job, you can't be doing that. I can't be over here, I would love it. But
yeah, exactly.
But you just can't do that. But you guys always bring the energy, so I'm definitely looking forward to tonight, and I think I'll make it out. I think I should make it out at 5 North Domingo Baca Park, guys. mark it down. If you're not already going to be there, I don't know what you're doing, but just get out there. Summerfest, it has to be one of the best events going on. The free event features fun for everyone, including the microbrew garden, food trucks, live entertainment, of course, from these great local acts at this city park here, all under the summer sky. So bring the family for a picnic in the grass and enjoy the community event with neighbors and friends. Well, it looks like our time is just about up, guys. It's gone by fast, but I definitely appreciate you coming in. I know it's been a little bit. It's been myself trying to get everything situated, so glad you could come in. Just any final
Yes,
words?
I would like to say something. On behalf of the Black Pearl Band, we'd like to thank Katie Mexico. We'd like to thank you for having us out here. And like I've always told you, Diego, the one thing that I really, really admire about you is that you support all music.
Oh, I try.
And you go and you'll support, it doesn't matter if it's rock, country, Spanish, you're out there supporting, and you know, to me, I appreciate it. I really respect that.
Well, I thank you for those kind words.
Yeah. And then thank you to everyone out there that's listening here on Facebook and everything else. We're glad to have you guys here and listening on the radio. And as I like to say in a lot of my posts on Facebook as I go through here, horns rule.
Yeah, I like it.
And for my part, just the same thing. We especially want to thank all the fans who are out there, you know, supporting live music, and like Ruben says, all genres. And you know, a lot of you guys know that my wife and I, Karen and I, will be out and about, and I'm always, for guys that I know, you know, in bands, even if I don't know them, I'll take some video and post it and, you know, tag them and stuff, because, you know, it helps promote them a little bit and maybe pull some of people in our genre over to start, you know, supporting that style too. And, you know, you guys out there, all of the other musicians, keep hammering it, man. Thank God we're open again. And once again, thanks to all the fams, to our families, you know, all of the people that have supported us throughout. We just appreciate you guys so much, and without you guys, we're nothing. So we appreciate everybody so much. And once again, Diego, to you too, man.
And you know what? There's one person we haven't thanked, the God up above.
Yes.
You know what?
Amen.
Because without him, you know, our talents, you know, thank God.
Yep, I definitely agree. That's definitely agree. Well, they have a brand new album out, guys. Black Pearl Band. Make sure to check it out. You can get on blackpearlbandnm.com. That's blackpearlbandnm.com for more information. I know they're on Facebook. They have a great following on there as well. So if you're not following them on social media, you better get on there and do it. We're gonna leave with Volver. I think this is one of the good songs here. So hope to see everybody out tonight at Summerfest. Thanks again to the guys in Black Pearl. Yes, it is Q102. Boom! Thank you guys.
Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you.
You know
Thank
what?
you, brother.
It was an honor to be
I
here.
always appreciate it. So I thank you, and yeah, finally I took forever to get everything in, but got it. Got you guys here, and we'll have to get you back in for sure. And yeah, definitely, I'm gonna make it out tonight. I'm gonna try.
Yeah, you know.
I went out
please
last
do.
night for a fundraiser event. I wasn't gonna go out, and I said, "Oh, I'll do it. It was at that Inside Out, and it was a fundraiser for Safe House that helps out women and children and stuff. So I said, I'm gonna go do it. And there was a red light camera playing, so I said, "Oh, it works. It gets a band and
There you
support."
go.
So.
You know, and that's what I you know, I always tell you, you know, when you post and you're like, oh, I'm over here, I'm over here, and I'm like, man, that's so cool that you go out and, you know, you're just there to have a good time and to support.
And enjoy it and support it. That's what I try to do. And now that everything's opening up, I can finally be back out on the groove again and gotta catch up and
Yeah,
get back out. So,
because it was difficult being closed, you know, because it was like they put the emergency brake on in March. You know, it was like, you know, that was going to be Alan's first time performing with Black Pearl was at the Downs.
Boom, done.
I mean, it was just like, and everything closed. And you know, from my perspective, I thought, oh, it's going to last maybe about a month, maybe 2 months. And then it kept going, and kept going, and kept going, and kept going, and I'm like, oh my God. You know, and then, you know, you're seeing stuff on Facebook, you know, where people are going through depression, and because, you know, because there's nothing for them to do, and you know, and I get it, you know, being home, you know, after a while, It's like when
Yeah.
you're home because you want to be home, it's different.
Yes.
But when you're home because you have to be home,
Then it's a different story, you know. Yeah.
right? So,
It's definitely different.
I guess maybe thank God that we were working and we were focused in on the recording on
Yeah,
the
that's
album because
true.
that
That's
helped
that-
keep us sane.
That at least, you got the new album. That's what's great.
Yeah,
That's what.
that was a real cool product. But a lot of I know that not just us, but a lot of good music was was recorded and put together, and so man, same thing like when Daniel Gallegos was he said he had to do it for himself.
Yeah.
And so I know he had a bunch, but for us it was this collaboration on the CD, and I know he did a bunch, but it was tough for all of us. I think we never talked about it, but we'd show up to practice, and we were just even behind mass, we were just happy to see each other.
Oh yeah, to actually be somewhere.
yeah, and it was crazy because we were all like spread out.
Yeah.
Hey, don't talk to me.
In the RV garage, and it's
Right.
it's like guys, and unfortunately the horns or the singer we have to take off our mask.
Right.
So we're like, okay, you stand over there, I'll stand over here, and
No.
you guys ready?
Have
Yeah.
cooties,
Thank you
I was going to ask you,
again,
Diego,
guys.
did you catch that women's game last night at the Olympics?
I
or
did,
yesterday?
Yes. I always have. I was trying to stay up, and I thought, man, but I catch the recap, so I'm always on the recap.
And on
checking it out.
PKs, I mean.
Oh, I know. I was like,
But they should have had that game. I
oh, they
mean,
should.
4 goals called on an offside.
Yeah, come on, those offsides. I hate offsides,
I mean,
but.
and some of them were like this close
Oh, I
outside.
know.
That was
I
ridiculous.
was like, come on, just give it.
I'm a soccer fan, so
Yeah,
just
oh,
like
no.
you,
Oh, yeah,
you know.
I'm all in. It's been a great year for soccer, at least. Whatever it comes
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
So
definitely.
that's good.
But thank you, Diego.
Yes, for sure. Thank
Hey,
you
Diego,
guys.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you. I
Yes, thank
appreciate
I
it.
really appreciate it.
You
Thank
know,
you
appreciate
guys.
it, bro.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. And
Yes,
if
for sure.
you ever need anything from Black Pearl or anything like that, or an event that I know King New Mexico changed
Right.
to the 60s and 70s, but you just never know if you guys ever do an event
Right.
or anything like that.
Well, we can go out and do that 70 stuff.
I
Hey,
know.
we'll do it. All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like it. We
Yeah,
like it. I
exactly.
appreciate it.
And then
Yeah.
because we're also grateful because your sister station.
Right. Yeah.
We did the interview. What is it, about 5 weeks ago? Anyway,
Right, right.
we were grateful that they did the interview with us. So.
No, Dwight's awesome up there, and no, that's great. Yeah, we try to work together good. So.
Yeah, so if you ever need us, just let us know.
Hey, I will definitely for
All
sure.
right,
Thank
care,
you
man.
guys
Have a
good
again.
day.
For sure.